Have you ever met someone so pure, so innocent, that they make you see the world differently? This is the story of a little boy from another planet, a boy who came to Earth to remind us what love, friendship, and life truly mean. This is the story of the little prince. A long time ago, a pilot crashed his plane in the middle of the Sahara Desert. He was completely alone. No people, no houses, no food, and only a little water to survive. That night, he slept on the sand under the stars, not knowing that his life was about to change forever. When the sun rose the next morning, he heard a small voice saying, "Please, draw me a sheep." Surprised, the pilot opened his eyes and saw a tiny boy standing there. He had golden hair, a scarf around his neck, and eyes that looked like the stars. He was the little prince. The boy kept asking for a sheep. The pilot drew many pictures, but none made the boy happy. Finally, the pilot drew a simple box and said, "The sheep you asked for is inside this box." The boy smiled with joy. That's how their friendship began. As the days passed, the pilot learned more about the little prince. He came from a very small planet, no bigger than a house. On that planet, he took care of 3 volcanoes and 1 beautiful flower, a rose. He loved that rose deeply, but she was proud and demanding. Her words hurt him, even though she truly loved him. Feeling confused and lonely, the little prince decided to travel to other planets, to understand life and people. On his journey, he met strange grown-ups. On one planet, there was a king who had no people to rule. On another, a man who only wanted others to admire him. Then he met a drunk man who drank just to forget his shame, a businessman who spent his life counting stars to own them, a lamplighter who followed orders blindly, and a geographer who wrote about mountains and seas but had never seen any of them himself. Everywhere he went, the prince realized one thing: grown-ups are very strange. They forget what truly matters. Finally, the little prince arrived on Earth. At first, he saw no one. Then he met a snake, shining like gold in the sand. The snake told him, "I can send you back home, to your star." But the prince didn't understand what he meant. Later, the prince met a fox, and this meeting changed his heart forever. The fox said, "To tame means to create a bond, to make someone special to you." The little prince didn't understand at first, but as he spent time with the fox, they became friends. And then the fox said something the prince would never forget. "It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye." The prince now understood. His rose, though proud and difficult, was special because he loved her. There might be millions of roses, but only his rose was unique, because it belonged to his heart. Soon, the little prince missed his rose deeply. He wanted to return to his planet. The snake told him he could help him go back. The prince said goodbye to the pilot, thanked him for the friendship, and told him to look at the stars whenever he missed him, because one of those stars would be his home. That night, the snake's bite sent the prince back to his planet, to his rose, his volcanoes, and his tiny world. The next morning, his body was gone. Only his memory remained, and the stars above shining brighter than ever. Sometimes we grow up and forget what it means to love simply, to imagine freely, and to see with the heart. But if you ever feel lonely, just look at the stars, because somewhere out there, the little prince is smiling and reminding us that love makes everything beautiful.